So metabolic boost is very, very important for the Zerg player. And as you can see, I've amassed about 16 Zerglings here. And I'm going to keep pressuring this player. Now, I was hoping to suck his zealots out to where they'd be a little more vulnerable. But for now, I'm just going to keep harassing him. And here's something too, okay? If you're going back and forth like this, it's very difficult for the opposing player to get anything done in his base because he's constantly having to do stuff. And so with the Zerg, because you're controlling everything in the hatchery, it's very, very easy for you to harass someone and not let your economy get all out of whack, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. But as you can see here, I keep harassing him, and boom, I finally get his barracks. So a little harassment there. It's gonna take him some time to repair that. And, I keep just pecking away. Okay, this is doing psychological damage, folks. That's what I want to accomplish here. And what I really want to do is I want to fixate the Protoss player upon repelling Zerglings, right? Because now he's getting, oh my gosh, he's gotten one of my barracks, and now he's upgrading them. This guy's going for a Zergling rush, absolutely, right? See, now I'm threatening his probes. So, this messes with someone's head. It really does. It throws them off balance. Now, while all this is going on, while I'm wreaking havoc inside of his base and fixating him upon stopping this whole Zergling problem, right, I'm upgrading. I'm building another hatchery. I've got a surplus of 480 Vespian gas. So, one thing that I highly recommend against Protoss players, if you're causing some problems inside the base and they're building lots of zealots, right? They're building lots of zealots. Go air fast, right? Get your spire out, get your spire up, and build mutalisks. Okay, mutalisks are very, very powerful. And plus, against a Zerg or against a Protoss player that has yet to have any units produced, any anti-air units produced, they're incredibly effective. So I'm going to speed this up for you. What ends up happening is I do a tech up for mutalisks, and one thing you want to be aware of as a Zerg player is you want to make sure you have enough overlords, okay? You don't want to get caught with a bunch of minerals and a bunch of larvae, which are also very important, and not have enough overlords to create your unit. So make sure that you have enough of everything, alright? So I'm doing a mass tech up here, getting what, see, and he's actually beat me in the probe department. If you recall, I hit and destroyed a couple of his probes. I haven't done a great job of getting my economy ramped up. And what I'm attempting to do here is I'm going to come back here and hit his base. I see that he's got an expansion coming up here. I'm going to swing around and backdoor and hit his base. And what another thing that you'll find is a lot of times Protoss players will have a lot of buildings around a single expansion. Big no-no, because if they only have one pylon around a bunch of their buildings, and you take that pylon out, you can do considerable damage to their economy and their base. So this player went with colossuses or colossi, which are going to be completely useless against the mutalisks. The mutalisks are going to come in, and I'm going to hit his economy right here. And right now the game's really won. I mean, he could have rushed me. He or she could have rushed me, but didn't. But by now I've got enough minerals and units to where I've got the advantage with my air units. I've destroyed his economy. And here's what I was talking about. I'm going to destroy this pylon because of how the player set up his base, it rendered all these useless. Okay, one thing that's very important is when you have Mutalisks out and you're inside a Protoss base like this, kill any anti-air units immediately. Okay? As long as you kill all the anti-air units, you really don't have to worry about, a counterattack. So just, always destroy these units. And this player is a good player. He knew he'd been beat. And again, this is all because of the Zergling Rush. Okay, this is because of the harassment that is caused by the Zergling Rush. It's one reason why I recommend that you open with it, learn how to use it. It's not the end-all be-all. Okay, good players know how to repel it. But what you can do is you can dictate how players play the game via harassment, and you can get them fixated on stopping it, and then come across with the right hook, which can, a lot of times be a Mutalisk Rush. It works for, it certainly works for the Protoss when people are spamming zealots and colossuses, and it also works for the Zerg against Zerg when people are spamming roaches. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and learned a lot. I've got some more videos on YouTube, and if you want even more videos, you can go to www.zergrushguide.com. That's zergrushguide.com, and I'll see you soon.